the last day of the NBA regular season. The scoring race between Shaquille O'Neal and David Robinson was as tight as a ring on a fat guy's finger. Shaq, the Diesel, led Robinson by 6/100ths of a point going into the last day. The Spurs played first, so Robinson knew that he had to have a big game.
I remember Sterling actually our coach came along and he said, "You guys don't be upset, but I've been told to take y'all out after the first 5 minutes of the game because Sterling wanted to see David Robinson keep the scoring title in the West because he didn't want Shaquille O'Neal to get the scoring title." He had 43
so that game was fixed. He told y'all that y'all not going to play because he want them
took us out. And if you go back and watch that game, we didn't play after that.
He just started off the game making every possible shot.
I felt like early on I got into a rhythm. In that first quarter, I scored 20 points or something in the first quarter, and I thought, okay, I feel good. And then the second quarter came around, and they just started double teaming me, and the refs weren't calling anything. And I think I had like 4 points. And I remember being incredibly angry. And I really determined to myself in that third quarter, I'm coming out here, I'm going to just go to work. But during a lot of my career, I remember people always telling me just be more aggressive, be more aggressive, be more aggressive. But I always thought there's a balance here between me taking, I'm a 7-footer. If I'm handling the ball and if I'm shooting the ball, then is that really making us a better team?
So David started getting them numbers. Everybody, that was history being repeated.
And David just couldn't miss. So when David got to whatever it was right at Ice's record, I called it 20 seconds. And I said, take that record down.
Having George Gervin on the bench there was a blast.
John Needler and me, he going to get you, Ice. He going to break your record, Ice.
He's going to get your record. He's going to get you. He's going to get you. And I think Ice was starting to get a little agitated when he was saying that to him.
But to be a part of that history and to see David do what he did, it was reminiscent of me and David Thompson.
But I think Ice was really cheering for me and wanted to see it happen, It was just a pretty great experience for all of us to be a part of.
I don't know that I've seen David at a better time in his career than that. He was unbelievable that game.
I think for me, it was an eye-opening kind of an experience that, hey, I could go do this and I could have fun with it and we could still be good.
He had 71 points for the day, and that meant that Shaq needed 68, but he only finished with 32 points, falling short, but he did give the fans their proper. So that means David Robinson wins the NBA scoring race.
Look back on it now and tell my kids, hey, I scored 70 points in a game, and they're like, you scored 70 points in a game? That's ridiculous.
I've been fortunate enough to be able to do a couple neat things in my career.